Hey, I'm ChristopherJMUA and welcome back to my channel. Unless you've never been here, of course, then welcome. I'm very glad you've stopped by. Because today is kind of a special day. Because today, we are going to be reviewing the PUR x Barbie collaboration. And I'm so excited. Not only because it's an awesome collaboration, but mainly because it's a pretty awesome collaboration. And it wasn't like, I mean, yeah, it was expensive, but like it wasn't too expensive. It wasn't luxury pricing, I'll say that. But I just think this is such an awesome collab. I've always enjoyed PUR Cosmetics, especially their translucent loose setting powder. I love the way it smells, and I love the way it functions. But this collection takes me back to the good old days. Back when I was a little boy, staying with my aunt for the summer, and my cousin, her daughter, and I would play around with her Barbies, who never had any clothes, and were always naked. I did find a shoe for one once in the bottom of the toy box, however. Regardless of my sad Barbie experiences, I am excited to review this collection, so let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I believe this collection is a 10-piece collection. I got 7 pieces of that collection. I got everything that the Ulta that I went to carried because I did get it from Ulta. And I'm just gonna quickly let you know what comes in the full collection and what I have from the collection that we're gonna be reviewing. First is the PUR x Barbie Endless Possibilities palette, and this was $34. Then the PUR x Barbie Dream Glow highlighter palette, this was $25. Then the PUR x Barbie Signature Pro lashes, these were $14. Then all 4 of the PUR x Barbie lipsticks. These are in the shades Classic, Timeless, Legendary, and Inspire. And those were $18 each. Now for the things I did not get. I did not get the PUR x Barbie Girl Gloss, which is a clear gloss. They didn't have any left whenever I went to Ulta, and that was $16. I did not get the PUR x Barbie Forever Flawless Brush, because that was online only and I was shopping in store, but that was $26. And I did not get the PUR x Barbie Glitterly Pink Brightening Peel Off Mask, and that was also $20. And it is also online only. So those were the 3 things I did not get, but I got most of it. And the things that I didn't get, I could definitely do without and improvise with other things. So first things first, I've got to get some highlighter on my face because this isn't enough. So like I said before, this is the Dream Glow highlighter and it was $25. And some of the details from Ulta's website are: want the perfect dream glow? Let your inner light shine with this signature PUR x Barbie Dream Glow highlighter palette that gives skin a natural glow with 3 universal shades that complement any skin tone. Curated in celebration of the 60-year anniversary of Barbie, these highlight shades deliver limitless radiance with an ultra buttery texture that effortlessly blends into the skin for the most desirable result. Glow confidently with this nourishing formula that's sure to enhance the look of your complexion. And we are cruelty-free, gluten-free, and vegan-friendly? What's the difference between vegan and vegan-friendly? And it says there are 3 shades in here: Imagination, Fan Club, and Pioneer. And those are lilac, pink, and bronze. I wonder if these will be available individually one day. When you open it up, you have the little Barbie logo, or Barbie head, and it says, "Let's mingle" at the top. And this packaging is everything. Look at that component. That is so pretty. It's really cute too. I have to show you this up close. That is the packaging for the highlighter. Isn't that so cool? It's got all the little rocks in there with all the little beads and some diamonds that reflect in it. And then it's got PUR x Barbie at the bottom. Then if we open it up, and that's what the inside looks like. Wow, that looks gorgeous. And we do have a mirror as well. Now I'm gonna use my Morphe M509 highlighting brush. I'm so excited, but I do see little glitter pieces. And I'm not the biggest fan of glitter chunks. I much prefer a sheerer highlighter, but we're gonna see. Yeah, there's chunky glitter in it. Oh, but it's still really pretty, actually. Huh. Okay, well normally I'm not a fan if it has glitter. I was expecting to not like that because of that glitter, but the glitter is kind of mixed in with the sheeny highlight, so it's not bad. Nice. Ah, that is gorgeous. And now let's move on to the eyeshadow palette. And again, this is the Endless Possibilities palette, and this was $34. And some details of the palette. In a Barbie world, anything goes. Bring out your inner girly girl or tap into your true creative side with this signature 12-piece PUR X Barbie Pressed Pigments Endless Possibilities palette that complements all skin tones. This palette was curated in celebration of the 60-year anniversary of Barbie and is packed with vibrant pigments and an inspiring mix of shimmer, glitter, and matte shades that encourage beauty lovers to define their own version of beauty without any limits. And it looks like this is a 12-pan eyeshadow palette. With the unit carton, it has the front with the Barbie on it, and then the back it shows the shades and lists out the same thing I just read and another version in another language. Now it says this is a pigment palette, so I'm assuming that that means it has the potential to stain. Assuming. It didn't say, so I don't know for sure. But just in case, thought I'd let you know. And then the actual component is just like the highlighter component. It has those pebbles, if you will, and all the little beads and the little diamonds, and this is so cool. It is definitely very Barbie-esque. Then if we open her up, it has the protective plastic with PUR X Barbie Never Lose Your Sparkle in it. And then we have the palette itself. These are some really big eyeshadow pans, but it looks like we have quite a few very beautiful shades, and I really like that glitter down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this eyeshadow palette just very quickly, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to a look. So first we have the shades Fantasy, Role Model, Empowered, ooh, and Vintage. Then we have Pretty in Pink, Dollhouse, ooh, Barbie, and Ken. Oh yes, that one is where it's at. Ooh, that blue though. Oh, I just realized Dollhouse is a duochrome. It has a, I guess, brownie pink shift. And the last row is Dreamtopia. Oh my gosh, that one. Ugh. Look at that chunky glitter. That is perfect. Then we've got Fashionista. Very pretty purple. Then Dreamtopia. And then 1959. Wow, that is a deep dark purple. Boom! Now we're gonna go ahead and jump into an eye look. First I'm gonna prime my eyes with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Oh, I never did my brows. Oops. I'll just do them last, I suppose. And of course, as per usual, I have no plan. So we're kind of just going into this, and I guess we're just gonna see where it goes. Now I'm gonna start by using my Morphe R37 brush. It is a big, fluffy blending brush. I'm gonna first go into the shade Role Model and start building that up just to my crease. You know, now that I'm really looking at this palette, like practically, unless you do all shimmer looks, you have two options when it comes to transition shades. And that is this warmer caramely kind of brown or pink, which definitely is a Barbie palette. I do feel like that is a very specific type of combination of colors. So if you do decide to get this palette, you might want to be prepared for that. Just think about the fact of if you like using those types of matte shades, just a pink or a neutrally type brown. Now I actually do think I am gonna go into the shade Barbie just a little bit. I mean, it's a Barbie collection. I have to go into the shade called Barbie. And I'm gonna use my Morphe M514 small blending brush. And I am noticing, and feel like you should know, that this is one of the more powdery eyeshadow palettes. Like there's a lot of kickback in the pan, like a lot. Maybe you'll be able to see. Yeah, there's quite a bit. However, there's also quite a bit on my brush as well. Now I'm just gonna combine this with that brown. I wanna see if I can kind of warm it up a little bit around the edges. And I just wanna use this pink to kind of blend out this brown, just so you can tell that it was the Barbie palette that I used. Because I personally don't feel like I used a Barbie palette unless I have pink. So I really just want to blend out this edge with the pink, and also whenever I look at you, since I have hooded eyes, I want you to be able to see the pink right here. And since this is a pressed pigment palette, it does work better to pack color on first and then blend it out, as is common with pressed pigment palettes. And so far, quality-wise, the shadows seem to be blending well and operating appropriately. I'm not getting any kind of patchiness or weird acting colors or anything like that. Granted, I've only used 2 shades, but that at least goes to show that these 2 matte shades blend together well. And that is a perfect start. Okay, I've built up the pink about as high as I want it. Now I'm just gonna take a clean, fluffy blending brush. This is the M453 brush. I just wanna take this on the outsides of that color and just blend out those edges so it's a little less exact. Now that those edges have been blended out, I'm gonna go back in with the shade Role Model, which is that more brown shade, and I'm just gonna build that color back up in the crease, since I lost a little bit of it whenever I blended out that pink. Okay, perfect. I'm happy with that. And now I'm gonna take the Morphe M433 brush. This is a Crease Blender brush. And I'm gonna go into the shade Vintage, the deeper brown. A lot of kickback in that one. And it didn't really stick to the brush. Huh, that's odd. And I'm gonna put that right into the crease just to deepen it up even more. But I'm gonna try and keep it only in the crease, not go up any higher, because I don't wanna lose the lighter brown, and I also don't wanna cover up the pink. So I wanna try and keep it a lot lower than the rest. Okay, now I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna take the shade Empowered on a Morphe M124 brush. That's a flat packing brush. And we're gonna try to put this on the lid without making a mess. And this is just with a dry brush, which for most palettes, it's hard to make shimmers work with just a dry brush. And this, they're just the creamiest shimmers. I'll admit, this shimmer is definitely not the creamiest. Honestly, this is kinda a little lackluster with this brush and with this shade on this eye, because I'm not really getting any vibrant foiled reflective payoff. So, before I try to go in with my finger, I'm just gonna spray my brush a little bit with my Tarte Double Duty Beauty Stay Spray. Then go back into the shade Empowered and see what happens. Okay, well that got a little bit better. It's a little more reflective, but it's still not what I want. So I'm now gonna go in with my pinky into the shade Empowered. It also feels very dry in the pan. Like, it doesn't feel like a super soft, buttery shadow. So that would explain why it's not picking up like one with my brush. Ooh, see, that is what I wanted. That is what that should have been from the very beginning. But I mean, I guess as long as I can get it eventually. Ooh, but now that that's built up and on my eye, that is really, really pretty. I actually really like that. Now I'm gonna take a little more of the shade Vintage, the deeper brown, on the M433 brush again. And I just wanna pat that on my outer lid, just to darken that metallic shade up a little bit, if it will. Just out here on the V, just to kind of deepen it up and then blend it toward the center of my lid. Yeah, like that. I definitely got a lot of fallout from that lid shade. I mean, it went everywhere. So I would suggest using some powder. There's your word of caution. Be careful with the shimmer. With it being a rather dusty palette, there is for sure some fallout. Now I'm gonna take the Morphe E36 inner corner highlight brush, and I want to go into the shade Fantasy and use that on my inner corner. Oh wow. Okay, Well, Fantasy didn't have the problem of not showing up. It has the same problem of fallout, but it did show up. That is for sure. Ooh, that is pretty. Again, it looks a little powdery, but it can be blended in. Yeah, that's gorgeous. I like that a lot. Now I'm gonna use the Morphe M151 Brow Bone Highlight Brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Pretty in Pink and use that as my brow bone highlight. And then I'm gonna take just the tiniest bit of the shade Dollhouse on my pinky as well. And I'm just gonna lightly pat that right over the center of my eye. Since I have the brown and the pink going on, I kinda wanna just tie the pink into the lid as well. But I really like that brown too, so I kinda wanna just bring them together, you know? Yeah. Like that. Where it has just that hit of pink right on the spotlight of the lid, if you will. Okay, I'm happy with that. I have glitter all over my face from the eyeshadow fallout. You have to be prepared, obviously, at this point for glitter if you're gonna use this eyeshadow palette, or at least if you're gonna use the shades that I've used. And I haven't even used the glitter shade. Now I'm gonna use my Morphe M506 mini blending brush and go into the shade Vintage again and smoke that out on my lower lash line. Alright, and I think that's it for the eyeshadow. Now I'm just gonna pop a Colourpop cream gel liner in the shade Insomniac in my waterline. Okay, and that is it for the eyeshadow look. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera. I'll zoom you guys back out and then we're gonna try on these lashes. Now the eyeshadow is completely done. Next, we have the PUR X Barbie Signature Pro Lashes. And these were $14. And the details for these are PUR X Barbie Signature Cruelty-Free Pro Lashes, faux eyelashes that transform any look from natural to glamorous for up to 30 uses. In a Barbie world, there are no limits. Take your eye look to new heights with these cruelty-free faux eyelashes that transform any look from natural to glamorous. They're ultra soft, wispy, that give instant volume, texture, and length for a show-stopping result that wows. So we're gonna slide these out of the unit carton, which I guess these are what they're stored in anyway. And then the plastic piece. I love the little glitter background thing. Now these are very, very wispy lashes. So I'm going to use my red Aspen lash glue and go ahead and put glue on these bands. And while that glue is drying a little bit, I'm gonna use my NYX On The Rise Volumizing Mascara. Alright, upper mascara is applied. So now let's try to get these lashes on. Eyes are now officially done. Eyelashes, eyeshadow, all together to make the Barbie x PUR Cosmetics eye look. More like one of the, because there's plenty of other looks you can make with the palette. And now we get to move on to lips. That was supposed to be smooth, but it wasn't. Now for lips, we have 4 PUR X Barbie lipsticks. These are $18 each, and the website says Signature Semi-Matte PUR X Barbie Lipstick, glitter coating for an extra touch of glamour. Make every day a special occasion with this richly pigmented ultra creamy lipstick that leaves behind opaque color that lasts. These universally flattering lipsticks perfectly complement all skin tone for a look that's simply indulgent. It took me forever to figure this out, but these are so cool. These are the components that it comes in, and there's no twisting, there's no pulling. You push the top down and it comes out. That is so cool. And they say PUR and Barbie all along the outside, and these come in 4 shades. The shade Classic, the shade Inspire, the shade Timeless, the shade Legendary. And of course, I want to make sure that I give you lip swatches for all of the lipsticks as well. First, the shade Inspire. Wow, very pigmented. Okay, and that's the shade Inspire. Definitely not the prettiest lip swatch ever. Definitely also needs a lip liner with it, but very pretty shade. And so pigmented. There is so much pigment to that. It goes on so smooth and creamy and smells like chocolate, might I add. And then the shade Legendary. This shade, this is the one that I knew had to have been in this collection. That like super hot Barbie pink. These are those types of lipsticks that the moment you even think about touching your lip with them, there's going to be pigment. There's so much pigment to them that like, you're not gonna get a wash of color at first and have to move it around. You're gonna get your lipstick color the first time. So this one is Legendary. It is definitely that pink that Barbie is very well known for. She cute. Maybe not my shade, but she's cute and she matches the look too. And this one is the shade Classic. This one looks really pretty. It looks like a nude almost. Wow, I really like this one. Definitely classic, I would say so. It looks so purple right here, but it's really not purple at all. Yeah, that's really pretty. I like that a lot. I think this one's my favorite, so far anyway. And last but certainly not least, this one is the shade Timeless. This one's almost like a muted strawberry kind of tone. It also looks really nice though. It's on the nude side of things, but it's a little warmer than my kind of nude. Or a little more nude than the shade Classic. But still very pretty. A nice part of the collection. My favorite is definitely the shade Classic though. Alright, I went ahead and put Classic back on because it was my favorite lipstick out of all of them. I really like this look. I think it is very cohesive, all goes together, and does kind of resemble Barbie. Reminds me a little bit of her, and takes me way back to my little childhood there. But that childhood has definitely concluded, along with this entire collection review. That was every product that I got from the PUR X Barbie collaboration. And just a quick little recap. The lipsticks, I definitely am a fan of. They're super pigmented and I kind of like the finish of them. They're not super drying and matte, but they're not glossy, so definitely semi-matte, just like the description said, but they're very velvety. They're comfortable, they're lightweight, they feel nice, and they smell amazing too. And the packaging, iconic, definitely worth it. The Dream Glow highlighter is also definitely worth it. This is a beautiful highlight. And I feel like based on the tone that it is, it seems like it would go with any skin tone. And if that is the case, that's really awesome. And I like that. So I would recommend this as well for sure. The PUR Barbie Doll Lashes. I like this style. It's kind of like full glam meets modern mom to me. It has that like classy, sophisticated, glamorous type of look, if that makes sense. To me, it screams, I'm gonna go out, but I'm still gonna be back by 9, you know? And that's what I like about them. So yes, recommend on the style as well. And then the PUR Barbie palette. I think for this one, this is gonna have to be for a specific person. I think that you're gonna have to like Barbie, like you're gonna need to like the collection for it being reminiscent of Barbie to appreciate this palette. It seems rather limited on its color selection and capability though, in my opinion. And I think another thing is the shade Empowered on the flat brush, sprayed and not sprayed, didn't really go on the eye very foiled or metallic, and it is a metallic, and I personally prefer metallic shades that I don't have to use my finger with. Granted, it's not a big deal even if I have to, because obviously I made it work and it looks good, but I don't want to have to, you know? And that was kind of a bummer. But I will say the matte shades were very pigmented and they blended out really well. So quality wise, I would probably give this a B+. Yeah, a B+, I would say, because I've definitely used worse eyeshadow palettes. It's not bad at all on quality. It's really not. It's just a matter of color selection, but it's definitely not to say it didn't work for me. So I'll say I would recommend it if you like the idea of the Barbie collection and are a collector and want to collect it and use it and you would enjoy it for the colors that it has in it. Just know you're gonna have to make it work. But for someone like me, aka myself, I would not recommend it. Using it now, I wouldn't buy it again, if that kind of elaborates what I mean. So that's the entire collection and all of my thoughts on it. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the review of the collection. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It lets me know you like this sort of video and that you like me. Also, if you want to see this look and more looks like them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. My username is the same for everything. It's just ChristopherJMUA. And if you gain nothing out of coming to my channel, if you gain nothing out of any of my videos, please at least gain this. And that is to always remember and never forget that you are absolutely beautiful. Bye guys.